Thanks for being a good sport, treasure hunter. Nice. Nice. Go back to the motel. This is my place. I didn't know why I was back here, but I felt like there had to be some answers in the dreams. When I saw the wallpaper of my old room, it felt like I'd never left. All my little things were lined up on the dresser. Sevi was there and she touched them, one by one again. But this time I knew that when she came to the last object I was going to die. I grabbed her and put her face in my hand, but then I was looking at my face, cradled in Savi's hand. I let go of my face and watched my body leave, but I stayed next to Savi, next to all my little things. The door closed and Lena was gone. I started to shrink and I knew I was dying. Without Lena, I was going to shrivel up and die, and she knew that, so why wouldn't she leave? I woke up at the sound of vacuum banging against the wall next door. Breakfast was back in full swing and the lobby smelled like it oozed maple syrup if I touched the walls. I didn't eat anything. A delicious breakfast felt like a sure sign of an evil portal, and the fact that I thought that tonight I'd be sleeping somewhere else. I checked my phone for another message from Savi. The second I woke up, nothing. Oh! Lena, are you there? I'm scared. Please let me know as soon as you get this. Please chill. I can't deal with this anxiety right now. I'll tell you as soon as it's safe, okay? But right now, I need your help. What now? I'm running out of time. Just one more thing and then this will be all over. I stole something big, but it's locked, encrypted. How can I help? I gotta stay in hiding until we crack these files open. Can you do just one thing for me? The files to someone we can help, please. It's like quantum hacker. She can crack anything apparently. Perfect. Don't say any more. Here. Can you get them? Can you get to them now? Text her ASAP. You're amazing. Tell her we have 40 terabytes of data, ridiculously strong encryption, and no passphrases. Ridiculously. Tell her it's life or death that we read these files. One sec, I'll tell you. Text me if your friend is for real, then we can finally meet up. I'll send you a pin. Got this? One more thing. How am I getting these files? No worries at all. You already have them. I left them on that field grid I gave you. Oh. Wow. Thanks. I'll think fast. Please don't be mad. I'll explain everything. Just get here soon. Good luck. Fucking hell. Really though? Let's go to Una. Hello, Lena, old friend, loyal driver. Why, hello, Una, darling. How's reality? Slightly better. I've been setting people up on blind dates. Are they worked out? I've received reports of 2 thrown drinks and 1 near fistfight. So, yes. Thanks for agreeing to meet on such short notice. Sorry if I sounded a bit frantic. Certainly entropic. I'm curious, to say the least. In truth, I hoped I might see you again. You seem to make a timeline more interesting, rather than less. Thanks. But you need the passphrase. Yes. Is it even possible? Well, my friend says it's life or death. Somehow it always is. Okay, so have you ever seen one of those bracelets before? Oh dear, yes. Very on trend, Lena. Feels good, is it? Feel grid. That's right. Hot new social startup recently acquired by Capra for an obscene sum. Full access to blood data, terrible privacy policy. I wouldn't get within 10 nanometers of it. I wasn't exactly informed about any of that. It was a gift. I didn't know Capra owned them. It just sounded fun to know something new about myself and maybe share it, right? I'm not trying to scold you. Just take this as a reminder that all new technology is a meeting at a crossroad, a bargain. Are you sure to get something out of it? Some new insight, some power, but... Well, you know the story. What deal did we make this time? It's not my deal. I don't even know the details yet, and that might be for the best. I felt my heart skip a beat, a flash of instinct that whatever Savvy was doing could get me into a world of trouble. Maybe Una knew I'd been wearing stolen tech the entire time. Maybe she had sensed it. I just know there are encrypted files stashed away in the bracelet. Can you take a look? I already am. This field-grid wireless protocol is amateurish at best, a total pushover. No, now this file doesn't belong. Charlie Elliot.dat. Charlie, that makes a ton of sense. Una stared into her holospace, murmuring to herself. Yes, this file is something else. Military-grade quantum encryption enforced by underlying medium. To attempt to read this without the passphrase would be to destroy its content. You know, it's just light inside, you little Bengal. A tangle of photons twisted up tighter than you can imagine. A tiny hall of mirrors. But there's information in there too, right? Light is information, my dear. The rawest, juiciest kind of information. What are they teaching in schools these days? How can you read it? Easily. So you can just break it into it. Oh dear, no, impossible. Thankfully, I won't have to decrypt it. Huh? Don't worry. What I mean is I'm going to open this the easy way, using its passphrase. We don't know the passphrase. Let me ask you something. If you had an infinite amount of time, how would you obtain the passphrase? Interrogate Charlie until he gave it up. That would be one way to do it. Let's say Charlie is dead. What? Interrogation is off the table. If you had an infinite amount of time, how would you obtain the passphrase? Spend 1,000 years surfing in Costa Rica? No, just keep guessing. Exactly right. My dear, you have the knack for quantum statistics. But we don't have infinite amount of time, do we? The amount of time we have is extremely non-infinite. To speed things along, I'll try every passphrase at once. Using... Chutzpah? Ha! Math. No, it's much more muscular than that. I still don't understand. There's a way of making the worlds, I should say, go a bit fuzzy. It takes quite a lot of practice, but... Una's eyes went glassy. Ha. There they are. If she was doing some sort of deep quantum computation, it didn't look like much. In fact, it just looked like a bored Pax staring out of the window. Quiet, I'm working. I didn't say anything. You did it in another timeline, very close to this one. Shh. I've never been scolded for something an alternate version of me had done. This is so cool. Dude, I want an entire game with Una. This sounds way, way cool. It felt unfair, but also sort of awesome. Maybe it wasn't my imagination, but a chill seemed to settle in the car. Una was a deep inside herself. Or outside herself, ranging through other worlds, farther and farther from this one. Trying a different passphrase in each one. Any luck out there? Una emerged from her trance. Well, lucky us. That only took a few quadrillion attempts. Did you get the passphrase? Oh, yes. I got it. That's amazing. Ah, but I failed so many times. 5 quadrillion attempts and change. It takes a lot out of you. You really saw all those other timelines? Dude, she's freaking Doctor Strange. This is so cool. You really saw those timelines? Yes, not with perfect clarity, but yes. What happened to me? Aren't you greedy? I go rustling for a needle in the haystack of reality, and you want to know if I found any diamonds while I was at it. I'm just curious. I know. I'm curious too, about everything. That's why I got into this line of work. The passphrase is, well, it's a bit melodramatic. They usually are. It's Pilgrims Crossed Airless Saharas. Pilgrims Crossed Airless Saharas, all lowercase with spaces. Better write that down in your journal, my dear. Just like that, I had it. What exactly are you going to do with this passphrase? I'll befriend. Is that all? What do you mean all? In the nearby timelines, I saw the possibility for a bit more excitement. And I like excitement. 1 person's excitement is another person's extremely bad day. You say that like it's a bad thing. Well, you know how this works. You're in my debt now. I know I am. Good. Who knows? Maybe I'll need a getaway driver. It would be an honor. You don't even care what I'm getting away from. A debt's a debt. Oh, I do like you. If that's all then. But right up, dear. Right up here, dear. I wouldn't mind learning more about how you do what you do. How you see the things you see. You were never regarding me silently for a moment. Be careful what you ask for. And then when all this is settled, come see me. Una scooched a bit as if she was going to leave, but then instead she spoke. My dear, there's something I need to tell you. I sat here scouring all those timelines, and everything changed all around us. In one, a meteor crashed into Los Horos. In another, a giant mutant worm rose up from below. A worm? Those weren't even the most unusual events. But through it all, there was a second phrase that seemed almost to match. This phrase wouldn't decrypt the drive you gave me, but it felt somehow entangled with its fate. Does the phrase trust fund maggots mean anything to you? How? I can't say any more than that. I've seen what happens if I do. But perhaps I can say, your emotions are not your own. What does that even mean? No, that's all I can say. Goodbye, Lena. Una swept out of the car. She didn't zig and zag randomly like before, but walked briskly in a straight line, getting away fast. I had the passphrase. It was time to see Savvy. Dude, this is so fucked up. Like, I don't know where this is going. My favorite of all adjacent Lenas. I love it. Crossed Airless Saharas. Well, I have to see her, but I don't know where she is. Anthony Colton, founder-in-chief, cat herder at Cure 8 All, putting a gentle dent in the universe. Oh yeah, him! Oh shit, they were together last time. And then she dropped off. Wait, but why is she calling a cab now? Huh. Let's try it out. I wasn't surprised that Riza was alone this time, but I was surprised that she called me again. Oh, there we go. Didn't she think human drivers were thinking time bombs or whatever? Yeah, exactly. Hi there. It says you're taking me to sacred geometry, right? Sure does. Good. Sorry, just had to make sure since I can't see the nav like in a Capra. Have you heard from Anthony since the last ride? Thankfully not. I don't know what I was thinking with him. Dating men in the tech world is like learning how to joust. It can be useful for academic purposes, but there's truly no practical value for it in today's society. And speaking of that ride, I wanted to apologize. I feel I may have expressed my views in an alienating manner. Although properly tuned machines have proven to have less potential for error than humans, that's not your fault. This apology was off to a bit of a weird start. I'm sorry for reducing you to a component of the ongoing automation conflicts. Thanks, I think. The way you intervened, it made me realize something. I don't interact with real people as much as I used to. Maybe not enough. I hope that they didn't turn you away for good. No, quite the opposite actually. Every day at work, everybody at work talked about Meet Cute's innovative algorithm, so I had to test it. After the day went so poorly, I dug into their code and saw how rudimentary it was. All of the data was by user input. They weren't collecting anything. It was disgusting. Any machine is only as good as the data it learns from, which is why I'm here. Terrifying as it may be. So this ride is for science. Research, yes, like any number of iterative processes I do at Sacred G. You work with AI, right? In my work, it's imperative to have enough research. I train AIs to function without mistakes. If I allow for a greater margin of error that is reasonable, dire things can happen. Sounds like your work is really important to you. Yes, it is. To me and to everyone. They just don't know it. Much more than lives are at stake. Does that surprise you? Not at all. Well, did you know this? We can't launch an AI until its margin of error drops to 0.003%. So what does your AI do? Right now I'm training Sacred Geometry Home Care Nurse Bot. I hate that word. I can see why you're so worried about errors. Exactly. The home care units aren't just companions. They take samples, do basic analysis, dispense medicine, call for services, monitor vitals, and they have acuity in 200 cognition building games. Sounds fun? I like to think it is, yes. Anyway, it's my view that 0.003% is too wide of an error margin to launch. Too much is at stake. But we already have millions of pre-orders. But you can get it below that, right? I'm trying to, but it's not budging. Yikes, that does sound stressful. See, you understand my fears. Maybe all I see is the probability of risk, but I'm not imagining it. Just because no one wants to see it doesn't make it any less real. So that makes perfect sense. Really? Yeah, you're just trying to keep people safe. Thank you for understanding. I've been in the office most days and nights training chains. Chains? Oh, that's a project code name. It stands for Complete Home Artificial Intelligence Nursing System. It's a bit of a mouthful. But the acronym communicates with directness and grace, don't you agree? Oh, definitely. Good, I thought so too. You want people to give them human names in any case. Forge is a product-customer bond. Anyway, I promised my team I could get the error margin to 0.001% or lower if they agreed to delay the launch by 1 week. They did. Now, I can't remember the last time I saw daylight. How much time do you have left? 3 days. I'm not optimistic, but I can't give up. You can do it. I mean, probably. That's nice, but you have no evidence at all of my abilities, so how will you know? Because you're passionate. Maybe I am, but if a value can't be quantified or measured, it's not relevant to the work. And you can't plot passion in a grid. I found Riza tough at first, distant, cold even, arrogant. But now I could see she was actually much different. She was passionate and sincere, and suffocating from her own perfectionism. Doing alright back there. So far so good. I know what you're thinking. Everybody's scared of progress, but you can't stop it, not rationally. Because you can't weigh the cost of a few jobs against the benefits to the world. That's math anyone can do. It's why companies like Capra are succeeding. She had to say it. That said, I'm not one of those people who thinks machines are about to start doing everything for us. That wasn't what I was thinking. For now, at least, we still need human trainers like me. That's a good thing, isn't it? Why? It means our technology is flawed. I dream of the day I can make myself obsolete. I really do. That sounds sad. I don't think so. But you seem sad. I'm just tired. For someone on a tight deadline, she was really lingering in my car. I have to admit it was pleasant to talk with someone. With you. Then how about that drink sometime? A little more real conversation research? With work as it is, I expect to be too busy for that. Gotcha. But I would like to. Maybe after this next milestone. Let me know next time you're free. It's going to be a while, but I'll be in touch. Thank you, Lena. Have a nice night and drive safe. I watched her take quick, neat steps into the dark office. She moved like a knotted muscle, and it made me anxious. Did I want her to loosen up because I was worried about her well-being? Or because I was worried about my job? Or both? That better be a 5-star, dude. Pleasant chat worth the safety risk. Will likely call again. It's time to find out what it was all about. Sevi's location. I didn't realize she was there. I thought... So this was where she'd been all along, a lonely shipping container set apart from a sea of clones. A cloud of sage incense hit me the moment I cracked the door. That smell took me back to when we first became friends, sitting cross-legged in Savi's bedroom, whispering about her parents and drinking wine she took from work. El Bunny. El Bunny, you found me. This whole time you've been inside a shipping container? Hey Rory, what's up, man? I'm actually wrapping this up. And by that I mean the stream, yes, obviously, but that's just a side thing. I'm wrapping the game up, I think. I think it's about to end, so. But yeah, I was kind of letting the game kind of continue until it ran out of, because I heard this game was pretty short, so I figured probably was able to finish it up before it was too late, real life. I kind of didn't want to leave it at like, you know, with like 30 minutes left to do on another stream. That would have been dumb. Gross, I know, but it was the safest place to hide out. How you been, Rory? By the way, I named a creature after you in Ni no Kuni. Don't blame you. It's double shielded. Even they can track me in here. Plus, look how cute I made it. Who's tracking you? Capra, and by now, the cops and every camera in the city. Did it work? Did you get a passphrase? She smiled at me and her field grid glowed like a small sun on her face. It was so good to see her. I just need a few answers first. Yes, we can ask you something. Why did you give me this field grid anyway? Lena, it would take too long to explain. The answers are all in those files, I promise. Thank you so much for getting the passphrase, by the way. Can you tell it to me now so we can get to work? She had her eyes on the prize, whatever it was. Must have been driving her crazy to be cooped up in here. At least tell me why you stashed your stolen docs with me. I had no choice, plus I knew no one would suspect you. You just got here and you drive Neocab. Huh. You're practically a ghost. Don't get upset, I just meant I knew you'd be fine. And you are, right? Maybe, I've been better. I know, and trust me, same. This is so not what I pictured when I asked you to move in with me. No, it's actually a giant, it's a giant monster that is covered in bananas. Doing well, man. Literally just got internet in a new place, so finally able to watch streams again. Nice! And the new shop starts tomorrow. Awesome, dude. But I'm going to make it up to you. I promise. Let's at least have a look at what we got, shall we? Can't hurt to take a peek. Yes! Let me see if my laptop is still paired to that thing. My field grid buzzed as she connected it to its onboard storage. It figured she'd still have access since she'd hid the files there in the first place. Hey Athena, unpack. Charlie Elliott Dad. This file is encrypted. Please say or enter the passphrase. You got me the magic word, so it's only fair you do the honors, right? Are we sure we want to do this? More than I've ever been about anything. The passphrase is Pilgrims Cross Airless Saharas. What's it doing? It's totally working. Oh, Capra, you're so fucked. My palms got sweaty as soon as I saw it. A massive trove of chat logs, docs, schematics. All watermarked Capra Confidential in black letters. Whoa. You sure we'll find a smoking gun in there? Like a million smoking guns. Did Charlie tell you what he does? No, he said it was a secret. But he definitely kept talking about how we couldn't talk about it. Exactly. He's in a circle. Capra's up to some shady shit, I just know it. I had my share of revenge fantasies about Capra, but now that we were actually doing something, it felt incredible. Gotcha. What'd you find? Shit, never mind. Blah blah meaning notes, reports. Come on, I know you've got dirt in here, Charlie. Man, this is not looking good. Wait, you stole this thing without knowing there was anything bad on it? I mean, I didn't have specifics. Dude was way too squirrely not to be hiding some serious shit. I should have found something big enough to be a whistleblower, and not just like a criminal. It was just so savvy to leap first and come up with a plan on the way down. I'm just seeing offshore accounts, golden parachutes for executive harassers, forged safety reports. Just run-of-the-mill corporate stuff. Trust me, we need something juicier. Something we can use. She had a point. The only way out of this was to find something big enough to justify the whole property theft thing. There was Una's weird message. Or what would Azul do with a cache of internal Capra files? What about trust fund maggots? What did you say? The van thing we did? What made you think of that? She was looking at me so closely, it felt like the air around us went cold. Is something wrong?